Welcome to Ripe News. Mark Carney has emerged victorious in the contest to become Canada's next Prime Minister, pledging to triumph in the ongoing trade conflict with U.S. President Donald Trump as he assumes leadership during a period of significant uncertainty. The former governor of both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England decisively defeated three competitors in the Liberal Party's leadership election. In his victory address, Carney, aged 59, directed sharp criticism at Trump, who has enacted tariffs on Canadian goods and expressed intentions to integrate Canada as the 51st state of the United States. Americans should be under no illusion, he declared. In trade, as in hockey, Canada will prevail. Carney is anticipated to be inaugurated as Prime Minister shortly and will guide the Liberal Party into the forthcoming general election, which is likely to be announced soon. Having never held an elected position before, Carney steps into this role following Justin Trudeau's resignation after nearly 10 years in office, a decision prompted by mounting internal pressure due to his declining popularity amid a housing crisis and escalating living costs. Carney secured victory on the first ballot, garnering 85.9% of the votes, significantly outpacing his closest competitor, former Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland. The announcement of the results was met with enthusiastic applause from approximately 1,600 party supporters gathered in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. The party reported that over 150,000 individuals participated in the voting process. As Carney prepares to lead a minority government in Parliament, he may opt to call for an early general election, or opposition parties could initiate such a move. Carney has also committed to securing our borders, a significant demand from Trump, who has criticized Canada for not adequately managing the influx of migrants and fentanyl heading south. The U.S. president was referenced in Carney's criticisms of his primary rival, Conservative leader Poilievre. Carney stated, "Pierre Poilievre's plan will leave us divided and vulnerable to conquest," asserting that a person who venerates Donald Trump will bow to him rather than confront him. Prior to Carney's address, Trudeau delivered an emotional farewell speech, reflecting on his 12 years as the leader of the Liberal Party. He cautioned that Canada is facing an existential challenge posed by the U.S. under Trump. Following Trudeau's resignation, the Conservatives have had to adjust their political strategy, attacking Carney as someone who does not represent true change, but rather as just like Justin. They allege that the Liberals have devised a sneaky strategy to secure a fourth term by merely replacing their leader. Poilievre's party has also accused Carney of dishonesty regarding his involvement in relocating Brookfield Asset Management's headquarters from Toronto to New York. Carney contended that the shareholders' formal decision to move was made after he left the board at the beginning of this year. However, a letter surfaced indicating that he had recommended the relocation in December. Federal Public Safety Minister David McGuinty, who has endorsed Carney, expressed to the BBC that Carney embodies a quiet yet resolute determination and competence to tackle significant issues. "I am genuinely excited about what lies ahead. It is indeed time for an election," he remarked. The Liberals will contend against Poilievre's Conservatives, who hold 120 seats in the House of Commons, as well as the Bloc Québécois with 33 seats and the New Democrats with 24 seats, when Canadians next cast their votes. What are Carney's primary policies? The former central banker has adopted a broadly centrist platform, marking a departure from Trudeau's leftward shift for the Liberals. A key commitment is to advance significant energy projects like pipelines, which have faced political roadblocks in recent years. He has promised major investments in housing and clean energy projects, and to liberalize trade within Canada, where barriers remain between provinces, as well as diversifying the economy away from the U.S. During the leadership race, Carney promised to cap the size of the federal government, which expanded 40% under Trudeau. Remember to subscribe, like, share and comment. Watch our next video on how Trump administration is of the opinion that Ukraine's leadership is prepared to advance with the United States' request for a ceasefire process with Russia, as stated by a senior official from the U.S. State Department. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz are scheduled to arrive in Saudi Arabia for discussions with their Ukrainian counterparts on Tuesday. President Donald Trump has intensified his demands on Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to agree to a swift ceasefire with Moscow, although he has not provided any immediate assurances regarding U.S. security support. Potential additional sanctions against Moscow in an effort to facilitate a deal.